Hi everyone, my name is Abby and I will be your group exercise instructor for the day. Today we're just going to be doing about a 45-minute-ish with our warm-up and our cool-down included. A 45-minute body sculpt class. We'll be working those legs, that core, and those arms. All you need for this workout is a mat or a towel if you would like. You don't even have to have those two. These are all body weight exercises. If you have any dumbbells or light weights that you'd like to add, please feel free to do so. But other than that, all you need is yourself, some space, and then just some water next to you to grab in between sets or exercises. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get our music started. I'm going to have some light music playing, but feel free to use your own. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started with that warm-up. All right, going back into our space, starting with some marches. Marching up those legs, pumping those arms with it here. Bring it wider, winding up that stance with those legs. And 4, 3, plant those feet for spinal flexion. It's down. 2, 3, tuck that head, and up. 2, 3, shoulders back. It's down. 2, 3, tuck that head, and 4, 3, 2, cut it in half. It's down for 2, and up for 2. It's down for 2, and up for 2. 2 more, down for 2, and up for 2, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, taking it first to our knee hugs, taking that leg in front of us, pulling it to our chest, and adding a little calf raise if you would like there at the end of that movement. Starting practicing our breathing that we'll be using throughout our class today. Inhaling through that nose and exhaling through that mouth. Really being purposeful with our movements, working through every muscle. Again, just adding that little calf raise, kind of stretches that hip a little bit more. Give me 2 more. All right, switching it up, taking that leg behind us now. These are called our quad pulls. Again, if you would like to, adding a little calf raise there at the end, and then leaning a little bit more into those hip flexors. So also test your balance a little bit. Still breathing through it here. Practicing on using that core. We'll be using that core throughout our whole class. 2 more. Awesome. All right, going into our lateral hip openers, we're opening those feet wide, pointing those toes forward, sinking it low, and going from side to side here. Kind of thinking that we're on a line right here, and we're staying on that line, keeping that equal balance between those legs. This here should open up those hips, because like I said, we're working a little bit of those legs today. Keeping that chest lifted as we go through this motion. Breathing through it. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, going into our inchworms. So we're going back into our space, lifting up onto those toes, kind of working our way down to our floor, going into a high plank position. If you would like to, you can add a push-up at the bottom. If not, just holding that plank for a few seconds there. When we're in this position, making sure that our wrists and our shoulders are in line with each other. We have a flat back, and that we're pushing those heels back and engaging those legs. Again, holding that position. We will be using this high plank position for some of our exercises later. So practicing, again, that good form that we'll be using throughout our whole class today. Taking these at our own pace. All right, give me 1 more here. Awesome, going into some shoulder and arm circles here. First, taking those arms forward. Breathing in through that nose and out through that mouth. All right, taking it back now. Again, rolling through those shoulders. Really warming up those arms here. All right, here we go. In 4, 3, jumping jacks, here we go. It's out and out. Breathing through it. Resistance in that movement. Making sure that we're landing light on those feet. You would like to, taking that jump out and bringing it to a little walkout here. Getting that heart rate up. Almost done. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, go ahead, grab some water real quick. We're going to go ahead and move into our first section of our workout today. Today, for our first section, we're going to be working those legs and a little of our core. But again, adding those moves together. So for our first combo, we're going to have 2 different circuits. Both of the circuits are going to be 3 different moves for 30 seconds each of those moves, and doing all of that 3 times. So for our first one, we're bringing it first to a regular squat for our first move. So taking it down and bringing it up, making sure when we go in that squat, we're keeping that chest lifted and those knees are over our toes. For our second move, we're bringing it to our standing oblique crunch. So we're taking those arms right behind that head and alternating our legs, thinking of twisting at that core and bringing that knee up with us. If you don't want to use that knee, you can just swing it to your side, being at a nice pace there. My watch is freaking out on me. All right, so then we're going to add that together, going to a squat, and then adding that crunch, taking that pause in between if you would like to, or going straight into it, going down, and then pushing ourselves up in between our moves. Again, these are your options. We're going to go ahead and make that timer started, and we're going to start with 30 seconds each for those moves. All right, that timer is started, everyone. Starting with that regular squat. Here we go. Going down again for that regular squat. With working out at home, a great way to add more muscle tension into our workouts is having less rest. So what we're doing here is we're not going to have rest in between these 3 combo moves. And we're going to do all of that 3 times. We're over halfway there, which is that regular squat. If you like to, you can add it to a little pulse. Again, making this workout our own. 3, 2, and 1. Switching to that standing crunch here. Really thinking of activating that core and rotating it to either side. Using that sides of those core. Using those arms with us here, keeping those shoulders open, that chest open. 10 seconds, everyone. We're going to add it together. And 1. Adding it together, we're going down and crunch. Again, taking these at our own pace. It's important to keep that good form. Thinking of keeping that chest lifted. We should be exhaling when we go into that squat, and then we add that crunch in there. Breathing through it in 3, 2, and 1. All right, going back into that squat here. We're on our second set now. Again, if you'd like to add a little extra challenge, you can bring it to a squat pulse here. or keep it at that regular squat. Make sure we're squeezing those glutes at the top there. Again, like I said earlier in our warm-up, throughout all of our exercises today, we're using that core. 2 and 1. Taking it to that standing crunch. The feeling you should be having in that core is kind of like a beach ball rolling in. We're taking that belly button, drawing it to our spine here. Halfway there, everyone. We're adding these moves together here in about 6 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, combo move. Take it together. Again, keeping those shoulders down throughout both of those movements. Keeping that chest lifted, halfway there. We got one more set of all of these after this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it back to that regular squat. Breathing through it, everyone. Halfway there. Keeping that chest lifted, making sure those knees are not going in or out, they're staying over those toes. 3, 2, and 1. Taking it to that standing crunch. Really think of using that core to lift that leg. We're not using those hip flexors here. You feel it on the front of your hips. Try using that core just a little bit more here. We are strong. Let's use those bodies. We are powerful. We are able. Breathe in through it, everyone. 3, 2, and 1. Adding that together. It's down and then add that crunch. Again, really filling that chest with that oxygen, breathing it in, and exhaling with that crunch and with that squat. Ten seconds. Last push for this circuit today. 2, and 1. Awesome, everyone. Grab some water. We're going to go ahead and get into our second circuit. All right, for our second circuit today, for our legs, we're bringing it first to a sumo squat. So that's just like a regular squat, just taking those legs a little bit wider and pointing those toes a little bit out to our sides. So our first move, again, just going down. This just works a different part of those legs. So making sure those knees are going over those toes. Next, we're bringing it to a calf raise. So still in that same stance, all we're doing is lifting up onto those toes and making sure we're not going too far forward or too far back on those toes, right in the middle, kind of keeping that balance there. Next, again, like we did for our first circuit, we're adding those moves together. So instead of going to a calf raise, we're going to use a little jump. So we're going down and then jumping and keeping that jump motion. If you would like to, take the impact out of that. You can go down, pause, calf raise, and down. Again, this is your two options. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. Again, 30 seconds for each of those moves. I'm going to get our timer started here. First, starting with that sumo squat. Two, and 1. Bring it to that sumo squat. This here you should feel a little bit more in those inner thighs. Again, still practicing that breathing. Keeping those shoulders down, that chest open. We're not leaning forward. Keeping that balance here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going into that calf raise. Straight into it here. Again, just lifting up onto those toes. Put your hands wherever you want. Taking that pause at the top. Really isolating that calf muscle here. Again, we should be feeling this right in our calves. Breathing through. We're about to add these two together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, taking it to that jump. If you feel comfortable, if you would like to, you can keep it in that squat, calf raise, and down. So this is kind of like a jump squat. Again, just working a different part of those legs. Really being really careful as we land, making sure that those knees are going over those toes and we're landing lightly on those feet. Using that core to lift our bodies up, putting all the power that we have in those legs. 3, 2, and 1. Going back into that sumo squat. Taking these at our own pace. Again, form is so much more important than our speed. On our second set, y'all, we only have one more after this. We have those calf raises and that combo, and then that one more time. We got it. Push it through, everyone. 3, 2, and 1. Going to that calf raise. We're exhaling as we raise up onto the balls of those feet. Breathing through it. Halfway there. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, adding it together. Here we go. Breathing through it, everyone. Begin straightening those legs as we go into that jump. Again, an option, taking it down, pause, calf raise right there. Landing lightly on those feet. Making sure we're not arching that back. We're using that core. 3, 2, and 1. All right, our last set here. Last time we're doing these sumo squats. Breathing through it. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling it in those legs. Really pulling up those lower abdominals with our core strength here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to those calf raises. Our last set of those calf raises, y'all. We got it. Pushing through. Breathing through it. Halfway there. 5, 4, 3, 2, adding that combo move. Here we go. Landing softly on those feet. Really thinking of straightening behind those legs as much as we can on that jump. Halfway, everyone. Last push. We got it. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Grab some water. All right, next we're going into our arms here. For our arms today, we're going to be bringing it to that same concept of those 30 seconds for 3 different moves and do that 3 different times. For our first circuit, we're going to have 1 combo move and then 1 right and 1 left for those 30 seconds. For our first one, we're bringing it to our push-up with our arm extension. So taking it onto our floor, we're taking those hands right next to those armpits, pushing us up, going down, extending those arms in front of us, off that ground, and then bringing it back, making sure we're not pushing up too much, not arching that back, just enough to feel that tension behind those arms. We should be feeling that right here. So again, push up, down, arm extension, and back. For our second two moves, we're doing, like I said, a right and a left. So for our first, we're doing our right one-handed push-up. So taking that right arm, putting it in front of us, wrapping that left around us here, pushing up, and then going right back on down, making sure as we push up, we're putting that weight onto that wrist here, and then pushing ourselves up. Again, we'll do the same on our left. You all can just roll to your other side, but I want to make sure you all can see this. So I'll be moving around a little bit. Again, pushing up, and then going right back on down. All right, starting with that press up with that arm extension. I'm going to start our timer here. Again, we have 30 seconds for all of our moves. 3, 2, and 1. Pressing up, going down, and then bring those arms in front of us. Arms can be a little bit harder to work at home if we don't have any weights, but it's so possible to use our body weight. And again, our bodies are so strong, so powerful. Let's use them, y'all. Making sure we're keeping those shoulders down as we go into that extension here. 3, 2, and 1. Going into that right push-up. Again, with these, making sure we're very purposeful with that movement. Using those arm muscles. Halfway through our right arm. Taking these at our own pace. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching to our left side here. Putting all of our weight into that one hand. Halfway there. We're exhaling as we push off that ground. 3, 2, and 1. Switching back into that press up with that arm extension. With that press up, making sure those elbows are right near those sides through our whole extension. Pressing up and bringing it right back on down. Still engaging in that core, pulling that belly button towards that spine. 10 seconds, everyone. Going back into that right-handed push-up. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing through it. Again, as we exhale for that push-up, that gives our body more ability to have that full move there and give all that energy to that one move. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to our left. We got it, everybody. Pushing through. One more set after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to that press up with that arm extension. With this extension here, this is working our shoulders, and then this little press up is working those triceps. Those are our muscles right behind those arms here. Again, keeping those arms near our sides to really fully work that muscle. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to that right-handed push-up, our last one for our right side today. You got it, everybody. Halfway. And then we got our left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. to our left here. Almost done with this circuit, y'all. We got it. Breathe in through it. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Sitting up on that floor, mat, towel, whatever you have. Grab some water for me. All right, taking it to that second circuit for our arms today. All right. First, we are taking it to our tricep pulses here. So since our next move is going to be on the floor, we're going to go ahead and find a resting, comfortable position for you. I'm just going to sit on my knees here. We're taking those hands, freeing them off from the side, bringing them right in front of that chest. We're lifting it up and squeezing those elbows together and pulsing it up towards our ceiling. You have a small weight. You can also grab that weight and pulse it up. Again, just thinking of touching those elbows together. Next, we're bringing it to our reverse snow angels. So taking that onto our stomachs here. Just like our press-up arm extensions, we're bringing those arms first in front of us and then sweeping them around to our back, placing them on our lower back here. Again, keeping that chest elevated and keeping those arms off of our floor. We're sweeping them to either side. And then our last move for this circuit is called our plank in and outs. So this you can either have in that regular plank position or take it to our knees here. We're bringing those arms in to our center and then walking them out, alternating which one starts here. For this, making sure which either plank that we're in, we're not lifting those glutes, we're keeping that flat back and keeping those wrists and those shoulders stacked. Again, for this, we have 30 seconds for those 3 moves, and we're doing that all 3 times. All right, everyone, this is our last push for our arms for today. First, starting with that tricep pulse. So having those arms, and 1, here we go. Lifting them up towards our ceiling. Breathe in through it here. For this, you should feel that right under these arms, again, in those tricep muscles. Halfway there. Next, we have those reverse snow angels starting in 3, 2, and 1. Again, bring those arms in front of us, sweeping them around to our back. This exercise is working those back muscles and those biceps here. Again, really taking these at your own pace. It's better to slow these down so we don't injure ourselves and we work those muscles purposefully. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going into those plank in and outs. I'm going ahead and bringing it to my knees here. But if you would like to, you can go into that high plank position here and do the same thing. This works that total arm, really breathing through it, trying to stabilize ourselves with that core. This works our core and those arms. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going back into those tricep pulses. Again, as much as we can, pushing those elbows together and pulsing up. Really thinking of keeping those elbows at that same level and only pushing up from there. We're not bringing those elbows down. Challenging ourselves, everyone. Again, this is our last push for those arms today. 2, and 1. Going into those reverse snow angels. Kind of thinking like we have something we have to go over here and we can't drop those arms. Still inhaling through that nose and out through that mouth. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to those plank in and outs. We should be going out just about shoulder width apart. And then bringing those into our center. Having a slight bend behind those elbows. We're not locking them out here. Stabilizing that movement with our core. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our last set for our arms, bring it to that tricep pulse. Breathing through it, everyone. I don't know if you can hear it, but I got the weekend on. Using that music to push ourselves through. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to those reverse snow angels. Using those back muscles. Breathing through it, everyone. Keeping those shoulders down as much as we can. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Going to those in and outs. Our last arm movement for today, everyone. We got it. We just have a little bit of a core section next. And then we are done with our workout today. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, everyone. Shake out those arms real quick. Grab some water. All right. Like I said, we just have a little bit of a core section left. So for our core section, we're bringing it to 5 different moves, and we're doing each of those moves for 45 seconds, and we have a little bit of a rest in between, and then we're going to do all of that twice. So let me get our timer ready. All right, so first we have our crunch leg drop. So we're taking those legs right out in front of us here. We're laying on that back, taking those legs up, or dropping those legs just to about 45 degrees, and then bring those legs in. Thinking of having a slight bend behind those knees. If you would like to, you can take this one leg at a time and then bring that leg in, really focusing on using those lower abdominals here and then not those hip flexors. Next, we have a right and a left move. So for our right of this move, we're doing our oblique reach. So taking those legs bent and then taking our right arm first, bending that left leg, and we're taking again, so that left arm and that left leg are working together, and then we're taking our right hand and moving that over our left leg here, thinking of really pulling that right side over to our left, and then for our second time, we're going to be switching those arms and those legs, and then bringing our left arm across our body first, and then crunching to our side. For our next move, we have our heel taps here. So we're taking it into a high plank position, kind of widening that stance here, pushing that arm, that opposite left to our right foot, walking it back out a little bit, and then switching sides, reaching for those heels here. My mat's sliding all over the place. All right, and our last one is going to be our leg drop. So taking this one leg at a time, we're straightening those legs up towards our ceiling, taking it one leg down and then up. So kind of like our leg drop crunch, but this one we're not adding that crunch. We're just dropping those legs, and then extra challenge if you would like to. You can drop both of those legs and then bring them back on up. And then with either one of those, you can also bend your legs if you would like to. All right, starting with first our crunch leg drop. Getting started here, have our timer going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, with this, single legs here. Making sure we have a slight bend behind those legs. That crunch adds a little extra tension in those lower abdominals. Really thinking of keeping that back flat on our floor. Again, we have all of these moves for 45 seconds each, with a little bit of a rest in between. Inhaling on our way down and exhaling as we crunch that leg. Awesome, taking a little rest here. Next we have our right oblique crunch. So first taking that left leg up with that left arm and then reaching that right arm across. Here we go. Again, really reaching across that body. Thinking of twisting at that core to use our obliques, the sides of our core. Breathing through it, everyone. We should be exhaling as we reach that arm past that knee. Really using that left arm to support behind that neck. We are over halfway there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking a little rest here, and then we're moving to our left side. So taking that right leg up with that right arm, and then taking that left across our chest. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, everyone. This is our last push for today, really using that core. We are strong. We're getting through it, thinking I can. Breathing through it. Really rotating that core. Thinking of keeping that elbow not in front of that face, but out to our side here. Really bringing that belly button towards our floor. Awesome, taking that break. Next we have those heel taps, taking it into that high plank position. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, we're alternating here. Reaching for those heels. Taking these at our own pace. Again, really pushing back into those heels in that plank position. Breathe in through it, everyone. Ten seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Taking a little break here. We have those leg drops next. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, with these, you can either do both legs or just one leg at a time, and we can either bend those legs or keep them a little bit more straight. We're taking the crunch out of this one like we did before. Really isolating those lower abdominals here. Thinking of pushing that spine into our floor. Even if you want, you can use those arms just a little bit, pushing those into our floor to really activate that core. Breathe in through it. This is our last move for our first set. And we got all of these one more time, and that's it. Awesome, everyone. Take a little break. All right, getting that timer started. First, we have that crunch leg drop. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're dropping it and then crunching that in. Again, inhaling on our way down and exhaling with that crunch. Making these slow, moving with intention here. We use our core for everything. It is so important to strengthen it. Awesome. Take a break. First we have that right and then that left. So starting with that right arm, we're going across that chest for our right oblique crunch. In 3, 2, and 1. Reaching across that chest here. Really using those abdominals to pull ourselves up as much as we can. We are almost done with our workout, everyone. Halfway done with our right side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching to our left. Going to that left side here. Breathing through it. Almost done here. "15 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, take that rest, everyone. We're going into those heel taps next. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you like to, you can also just hold a high plank position here or add in those heel taps. Breathing through it. Keeping that flat back in that high plank position. Halfway there. Here we go, everyone. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have one more move for today. Our leg drops, and then we're done with our workout. We're gonna cool it down after that. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing through it, everyone. We got it. We're exhaling as we're bringing that leg down. "15 seconds, everyone. That is it. Our last push. We can do it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, everyone, go ahead. Switch it over into a child's pose for me. We're sinking back into those hips and reaching forward, pressing into those shoulders. Breathing through it here. All right, go ahead, bring it to a tabletop position. We're bringing it to some cats and cows. So we're reaching up with that head towards our ceiling, and then hunching that back. Slowing down our breathing in through that nose and out through that mouth. Breathe in through it. Give me 2 more. Awesome. Go ahead and bring it to a butterfly stretch here. Kissing those toes together. Taking those hands and putting them on our inner thighs here, pushing those legs down, just not grabbing those knee joints. Leaning forward here. All right, taking those legs in front of us, flexing those feet, reaching up towards our ceiling, and then towards those toes. Having a slight bend behind those knees. Relaxing that head here. All right, take one leg out to our side. Again, flexing that foot, reaching up towards our ceiling, and then over to those toes. And bring it to our other side. Really thinking of stretching in that oblique. We worked those core muscles a lot today. Awesome. Go ahead, bring it to a resting position. Taking one arm across that chest, grabbing that muscle, not that elbow joint, and feeling that pull across that chest here. Breathing in through that nose and out through that mouth still. Swing those arms down, grab that right arm behind us here. Swing those arms down, bring it to our left arm across our chest. Breathing through it. Swing that down, grabbing our left arm. All right, and last thing for today, go ahead and swing those legs behind us here, either getting into a little ball and giving ourselves a little hug, or bringing those arms on our ground. Our mental health and our self-love is so important, just as important as our physical health. So I want you all to just take a minute to clear your minds. Thank yourself for coming today. Thank yourself for loving your body, and thank yourself for being amazing. You have the power to visualize the life you want to have, so make it a good one. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Abby, and this was Body Sculpt, a 45-minute workout, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.